Good evening, and welcome to Back to School Night for the 2019-2020 school year. Tonight you're going to follow your child's schedule and get a chance to meet their teachers and get an overview of the courses. We ask that you refrain from any conversations with the teachers before or after that meeting time, as we're keeping to a tight schedule. But if you would like to meet with them, please make an appointment either through email with your teacher or through their guidance counselor, and that would give you an ample time to talk to them individually about how your child's doing here at school. And of course, if you always want to talk to anybody in the administration, our doors are always open. So feel free to make an appointment to come and see us as well. During a study hall, please feel free to come down to the cafeteria where we'll have some snacks and coffee and drinks, and you get a chance to meet administrators, child study team members, guidance counselors, and we also have 4 board members joining us tonight. Fran Goger, Tara Marie Hintz, John Mielek, and Tom Roll.
Good evening. My name is Kellyanne Kiefer. I'm the assistant principal in charge of the class of 2021, as well as special education and all of the unified programs at Voorhees High School.
Hi, I'm Jessica Cantagallo-Ram. I'm in charge of math, science, and the STEM programs at Voorhees High School and the class of 2020.
And just as a reminder, final exams are worth 10% of your overall grade. And for freshmen and sophomores who achieve a 93 or above on all marking periods, they will be exempt from final exams.
And juniors and seniors that have an A, all marking periods, are also exempt from final exams.
And now let's meet some of our new staff that are joining our already fantastic faculty.
There was an idea. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more. See if they could work together when we needed them to.
So as you go through your child's schedule today, I'm going to give you a little helpful reminder of how to figure everything out. So if you take a look at it right now, and if you have something to write with, that would be better to use that and write it to get through the day. But the first 3 periods on an A day are obviously blocks 1, 2, and 3. But as you get to block 4, you're going to look at that first period on a B day. So that'll cover you for the first 4 blocks. When you want to get to blocks 5, 6, 7, and 8, 5, 6, and 7 will be the first blocks after the lunch and the designated study. So those last 3 blocks on an A day are 5, 6, and 7, and then that first block after the lunch or designated study on a B day is going to be block 8. And if all else fails, there'll be plenty of students around from Key Club and SHIP to help you find your way around.
Good evening. I am Chris Maslanka, and I am the assistant principal who oversees guidance, English, and the class of 2023. As the school testing coordinator, I also oversee the NJSLA testing and the PSAT testing. All freshmen, sophomores, and juniors will take the PSAT test on October 16th. The NJSLA test will be administered in April. The graduation requirements for all sophomores, juniors, and seniors provide students with 3 pathways to demonstrate proficiency in ELA and mathematics. The first pathway to demonstrate proficiency is to obtain the cut score on the ELA 10 and the Algebra 1 NJSLA assessment. The second pathway is to obtain a cut score on a battery of assessments, including the PSAT, the SAT, and the ASVAB test. The third pathway for students to demonstrate proficiency is to submit a senior graduation portfolio to the New Jersey Department of Education. I thank you, and I hope you have a great evening, and I look forward to a great school year.
So if you don't know by now, safety is always our top concern when it comes here. Of course, learning and the education is number one, but you can't have that without kids feeling safe in their environment. When it comes to our safety, we practice our emergency drills each and every month, but there's one thing we always ask the parents to do. If there is ever an emergency at Voorhees High School, we ask that you trust us that we're going to do everything in our power to keep your kids safe. And in the event that we do have an emergency, please refrain from coming to the school because we're trying to keep 513 open for first responders to get here. And Voorhees State Park is not an option because that might be a spot where we would put the buses. We will reunite you with your child at a different location, as anytime there would be an emergency, something where first responders would have to come. Voorhees really becomes a crime scene, and we would reunite you somewhere else with your kids and to make sure that you guys are safe. And we also would have counselors available to help you. So thank you in advance for your support.
Good evening. I'm John Simpson, the assistant principal who oversees social studies, practical arts, fine arts, world language, and the class of 22. As the AP test coordinator, I wanted to communicate some changes with AP testing this year. In the past, our students registered and paid for AP testing during the second semester. This year, the College Board has changed the sign-up period for the fall. We are asking all students who plan to take an AP test to register via total registration during the month of October. There is a letter regarding this process that has been sent to all AP parents and students. Please look carefully at the letter outlining the new timeline for the AP test registration. Should you have any questions after reading the letter, please reach out to me. Thank you, and I hope you and your student enjoy the school year.
Good job, Johnny.
My name is Brian Bauman. I'm the assistant principal in charge of athletics here at Voorhees. We have a total of 32 athletic programs that run throughout the course of the year. In addition, we have a wealth of academic competition teams, clubs, theater productions, musical ensembles, and intramural programs. And heading up these activities are some of the most committed and hardworking people you're ever going to meet. In addition to being a great place on the academic front, Voorhees is a great place to be involved extracurricularly. So feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions about what goes on here after 2:30.
So I just wanted to leave you with one final thought for this evening. When it comes to our students and your child's health, vaping has become ever more popular these days. If you can see the news articles over recent months and over the years, really something relatively new and ever-growing popularity. Recent study nationwide shows that 1 out of every 5 school-age child has used a vaporizer. Now we're starting to get news that it can cause pulmonary disease in our youth. Many states have already reported this, and this is damaging that's irreversible. We recently just received stuff from the state of New Jersey, all the schools received from the CDC, giving this alert for pulmonary disease when it was attached to vaping, whether it's the actual vaping oils or THC that they're putting into it, or other chemicals. So just be aware that this is going on. You know, talk to your kids about these things. They may or may not share with what they're doing, but be on the lookout. These things are really easy to hide and what they're doing, but you can, if you start to see these effects of of fatigue and coughing and wheezing and things like that, and you start to see that they're just some warning signs, and we're just trying to keep kids safe. We've been on the forefront with our fight against you know, the use of the vaporizers because of we never know what kind of chemicals kids are putting in it, or for adults for that matter. So we just want to keep everybody safe to live a long and healthy life. And I thank you, and I hope you have a great evening.